myself and on one of my few days off, come here. For now, I got the theater to myself. That will change. I checked the whole, how many seats are available. It's going to be packed in here soon. I like to get here a little early, get my footing, get the whole place to myself for the time being. I'm a big Terrifier fan. I know some people write it off as one of those, oh, it's just a gore porn kind of flick. But I see a little bit more substance. The first one was absolutely titillating. I loved that iconic scene of the chick getting completely split from from the bottom down, top to bottom. She was hanging upside down, and then the second one went even nastier with that woman that it took like 12 minutes to delete her. It was like a beating and an unaliving. And this one, the hype around it has been so crazy. People left the theaters puking and vomiting and so disturbed. So let's have it, let's see it today. I want to see that movie that is so disturbing that it has been banned in some places and that's so disgusting, so deplorable that people are vomiting. Now, I've pretty much seen it all when it comes to the horror genre, and I don't think this is going to be the movie. I don't think there's any movie that'll ever chase me out unless it's a rom-com. So I'm very much hyped up, looking forward to this one. They always up the ante with each sequel. It's a nice little franchise Terrifier has. I think maybe depending on how this one goes, they introduced a new character in the second one. That crazy little clown girl that went on the rampage with the clown Terrifier. Hey, did you know? The Terrifier concept was in a movie that was an anthology. So it was a bunch of different stories, and there was a creator that made this monster that we know as the Terrifier. They didn't have him all fleshed out, but they loved the concept and they loved the character so much that they gave him his own movie. And here we are at number 3. So I hope to be disturbed. I hope to see something that's so heinous and so terrible that I have to make a post about it. And yeah, just vlogging this day. I did my comic book shopping. I got the Predator Omnibus Volume 2, 125 bucks. By the way, my eBay store is officially opened. A lot of collectible comics and collections coming out soon. But as for this, when it comes to the horror genre, I'm trying to think of all of the good ones as of late. The last horror movie I saw was that very, very slow paced, not for everybody, inspired by Friday the 13th, where you get the POV of the killer the whole time. You're literally behind over his shoulder through the whole thing. It was a slow paced one. Not one of my favorites. I forget the title, but it did have some great kills in the film. But I know for a fact when it comes to this specific franchise and this director, who I believe he's some French guy, leave it to the French to do some crazy cinema. I've seen a lot of French horror in my time. They're probably right up there with the South Korean market in making some of the most disturbing scenes in horror cinema history. Let's go back to the 70s, late 70s, or early 80s. Cannibal Holocaust. That was a horror movie that was so disturbing for the time. Fried fish is, I hope that's something that I'll get as I watch this. Cannibal Holocaust was this movie that was made to look like it was a documentary. It was like the original Blair Witch Project kind of approach. And it was so convincing. Yes, the director at that time, he got fined. They did a summons to court because on film they killed a endangered species, a tortoise. They scraped the son of a bitch out and just that poor thing that's probably lived hundreds of years on film for the sake of the movie. And apparently the kills were so convincing that the country demanded the director have all of the actors come out and show that they are unharmed or were unharmed. And I bring this up quite fresh because I recently purchased The Red Room, the graphic novel by Ed Peace Corps, rest in peace. That is it was a bright and talented artist of absolute gory comic books, the kind of gore you can only put down on paper. I don't think you could really emulate it effectively on screen. That book references the cannibal holocaust and this whole premise around, hey Quinn, how you doing? Does anybody know about, and I think this term is not really popular on YouTube, but red rooms. So red rooms was this whole.
Hello, movie fans,
this is
and
gonna
thank
get
you
loud.
for showing up early for Newbie.
So I think I'll just cut it here. But Red Rooms, I don't recommend Googling it. Don't look it up. You will get in trouble if that's caught in your browser history. But I want to showcase and do a video about the book because it's wild. So let me go. Last time I got a copyright strike for having a trailer play. So thanks for the brief visit. Let's see what Fried Fish has in store. And, well, let's see what we got. Let's see, before I cut it off. Venom, The Last Dance has become what? What? Did you guess, a horse? This is the silliness they play. What is this crap? Who is the director of Joker? Oh, it's the guy, Todd Phillips. The second Joker. Remember, he did that as an FU if you enjoyed the first movie. The studios forced him for a cash grab. He did not want to do the movie. And that's why... Spoiler alert for Joker 2.
What's up, everyone?
They
Welcome
kill
back
him
to
at
the
the end.
edition of Close
Alright,
Up
I'm not
with
going to
Aaron and Rob. Today, I
duel
get
with
to celebrate
the
the
large
wild
big screen
robot
here.
with star Lupita
And I'm going to go
Nyong'o
for
and my
now.
director,
I'll do a
Chris
review
Sanders.
later.
First off,
I'll
congratulations
catch you
on your
crazy
movie.
kids
Thank
on
you so
the
much.
morrow or
Do you
tonight.
remember the very first time that you kind of realized the power of your